Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to review everything we've learned in the three-dimensional shape chapter. So if you have page 725 through 728, we're ready to begin. Okay boys and girls, so if you look at this first page, you're looking at the scene of a beach. So you can see sand, you can see a towel, a cooler, lots of stuff, the ocean, sun. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to look at this page and we're going to find some shapes. We're going to find some three-dimensional shapes. I want you to notice at the bottom here, you have some math words. Some math words. Some you guys can probably read. This would be the only one that might give you a little bit of trouble. Okay, but let's look. This is a sphere. A sphere. Boys and girls, do y'all remember what is the shape of a sphere? It's a ball. That's right. It's a ball. It's shaped like a ball. Good job. This one is a cube. If you remember, a cube looks kind of like a dice or a square box like this. Cube. The next shape you're looking for is a cylinder, and I'm going to write my cheat word up there, can. And a cylinder, remember, looks like a can. And then the last shape we're looking for is a cone, and I'm going to do like this to show you the shape of a cone. So the first thing that I want you to do, boys and girls, and could get kind of messy. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from each vocabulary word to a shape that matches the word. So let's do it. Remember, the first shape was a sphere. Do you see something in this picture that's shaped like a sphere? I found two things, the sun or the ball. I'm going to pick only one of those things and draw a line from the word sphere to a sphere. So I'm just going to draw a line to the ball. So you could have either drawn a line to the ball or the sun. Either one of those would have been right. Now, our next shape, boys and girls, was the cube. The cube. I want you to draw a line from this word cube to a picture of a cube. And I see one just right there. That little square cooler looks just like a cube to me. Cylinder. Does anybody see a cylinder? A cylinder. I'm going to go ahead and go to the closest one I see, and I'm just going to go to that drink cup right there. You could have gone to the trash can. You could have gone to these poles over here. That would have been fine. I just did this to kind of keep my page neat. The last one you're going to look at is the cone. Do you guys see a cone? I am going to go just straight over here to these orange cones right there. Now I could have picked this pennant thing flying up in the sky, but I went ahead and went over to the orange cones. So that was step one, drawing a line from each vocabulary word to a shape that matches the word. Now, I want you to take your pencil and draw a box around the object shaped like a sphere. Shaped like a sphere. So remember, we found two of those. So I'm going to draw some straight line boxes around the sun and around this beach ball right here. Those are the shape of a sphere. Remember, pause the video at any time. The next thing is we're going to put an X on the object shaped like a cube. What object is shaped like a cube? And let's put an X on it. Boys and girls, we're Xing just that cooler right there. Good job. The last thing we're going to do is draw lines underneath the object shaped like cylinders. The next thing is we're going to draw lines under the object shaped like cylinders. So you're going to draw a line underneath. This is called an underline mark. And we're just going to underline, put a line underneath all of the objects shaped like cylinders. Then, boys and girls, I want you to circle all of the cones you see. Circle all of the cones you see. Excellent. Now, boys and girls, when you turn the page, you're going to be doing these next ones by yourself. So pause the video if you need help. I will read you the instructions. Pause the video, complete it, and then we'll move on. Okay, if you look at number 1, I want you to name the shape in the first row, compare it to the other shapes or the objects in the row, and circle the matching. Number 2, I want you to name the shape in the first row, look at the objects, and find the object that has the same shape. Now, if you look at numbers 3 and 4, they have those arrows. And if you remember, those arrows tell us we are looking for a way to compare objects based on how those objects can move. So if you look at number 3, I want you to name the shape of the objects. And then I want you to circle the other objects in that row that move the same way, that can do the same type of thing that you see in this first picture. Number 4, again, you have the arrow showing movement. So I want you to think about what this shape is and what movement it's asking for, and circle the shape or shapes in this row that move the same way. Great job, boys and girls. If you're ready to move on, you are looking at a very cute picture of a kitten playing with some craft stuff. So what I want you to do is the first thing you're going to do is grab a box of crayons, pause the video, we'll wait for you. Excellent. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name, identify by talking to me about, or talking to your parent about what each of those shapes are. Describe each of the shapes that you see in the picture with this kitten. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take your yellow crayon and color all of the spheres, all of the sphere-shaped objects yellow. Pause the video while you color all of the spheres yellow. Great job, boys and girls. The next thing you're going to do is color all the cubes in this picture orange. Pause the video as you color all of your cubes orange. Next, boys and girls, you're going to color all of the cones in this picture blue. Color all of the cones that you see in this picture blue. Pause the video now. Last thing we're going to do in this picture, boys and girls, is you're going to find all of the cylinders and color all of your cylinders red. Pause the video while you color all of your cylinders red. Great job, boys and girls. On this last page, I just want you to think about the shapes that we've learned so far. I want you to think about the name of each of these shapes. Think about the way each of these shapes can move, stack, roll, or slide. Think of objects that are each of these shapes in your house. Then I want you to be creative and draw a picture using these shapes. You can pause the video as you do that. Feel free to color it if you want to color it. And then I want you to give this packet to your mom and dad, because boys and girls, you have completed 3-dimensional shapes.